Well, so far nothing is working. There we go. We'll just have to go without that. I'm probably gonna install that. It's super not worth it. Okay. So I am live. Sick. Let me take a listen. Hello, test, 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 test. Uh, well, so far nothing is working. There we go. Oh wow, that's we'll just have to go without that. I'm probably really far behind. It's super not worth it. Okay. So I am live. Sick. That is extremely far behind. I didn't realize that's what normal latency was. I'll have to change that. Let me check if Nightbot made it in. It has not. What a surprise. Manage moderators, and it opens a different link. Very unrobust. Hmm. Supposedly it's in channel, but does this command? Is this command? Unless it doesn't use exclamation marks in on YouTube. Oh no, it does. So maybe Nightbot just takes a hot minute to actually join, or whew, man, this is a this is a system, and it straight up just uses regular ass emojis, which is mildly cursed. Mildly cursed. It's clear that this is not developed at all. The fucking Creator Studio page never updated, so it's connects software to go live. You know, yeah, the software has is definitely been connected. Change it to low latency. I have no idea if it can do that live on the fly. I kind of doubt it. The fucking Creator Studio page never updated, so yeah, no, it's still quite far behind. How do I even see how many people are watching? I have excellent connection. That's good. Oh, there we go. It has realized that I am live. It's giving me tutorials as I go live. Concurrent viewers, chat rate, playbacks. I guess you can about stream health. Stream is healthy. All right, cool. That's good information. That is good information. The stream is indeed what you might call healthy. Enable auto stop. What does this mean? I don't know what that means. Oops. So it has taken a moment to realize on YouTube itself that I am live. Is Nightbot in yet? Nightbot continues to not be in unless I made that. No, no, he's just not in the channel. So I guess Nightbot just doesn't fucking work on YouTube. YouTube chat bot moderator. Hmm. Okay. Kind of stinky, kind of poopy. Agreements. You agree to using YouTube. Okay. Yeah, cool. Upload defaults. Huh. Default units USD. I can't be given money, can I? No, I doubt it. Go live, upload videos. YouTube has a baked-in system for editing videos, don't they? Beep, 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 beep. Copyright claims. That is a couple videos. Partially blocked. Okay. Never really cared much about that since, I don't actually monetize my videos or anything because they don't actually make money. But here we are. Okay, so Nightbot is not going to show up. Not entirely sure if that's a bug or what's going on. Wow. Okay. Go ahead and hit never save on that. Support to stream, streamlabs.com/Yankspur. What the fuck is that? Because they don't actually make money, but here we are. Man, that is really delayed. Edit video. Stream settings have been moved. Okay, no, this isn't what I thought it was. That didn't end the stream, did it? I'm just poking around, just kind of trying to figure out how this stupid thing works. So far, I would say it does not. Can I like my own stream? Yeah, of course I can. I actually can't see the chat on this window because because of that thing I downloaded. Yeah, Nightbot's not showing up. And this is not unlisted, is it? I really gotta poke around. Gotta figure out how this whole YouTube live streaming works. Or I could just stream and not give a shit. It's a lot of settings that don't really make any sense to me. It really isn't this complicated. Webcam. What, did they overlay it on your stream for you? Why would they do that? YouTube is currently not receiving data for this stream. Yeah, that's not true. That is not true. I can tell you that right now. It also uses my banner as the thumbnail for the stream. I have no idea why that is. Oh, this is so strange. Okay. Let's I guess we'll close this for now. And we'll go actually launch Final Fantasy. This is so strange. Like, I've been on Twitch for so long that just like you get used to how everything works there. It makes sense, and it's a platform specifically built um, for live streaming. YouTube is not, and very clearly they don't want to be at this point since they're catastrophic failure with YouTube gaming. No, I don't even have the audio turned on for FF. I'll pull it up on stream as soon as it's all good to go. I was gonna say, uh, I wonder what the live stream thing actually looks like from the app, but I don't have the app installed because I use Firefox. I'm sure that you can figure out why. Oh, yep, there I am at the top. Strange to me that there is nothing on like viewership for the stream. Like neither in the settings or anything. It's just kind of empty. You would think that YouTube, the father of channel analytics, would tell you about the analytics of your live stream, but okay, so what are we doing? Let us just do an expert roulette and see how that goes. Is it? Yeah, kinda. It also tells you the character limit. What I kinda don't like so far about YouTube's chat system is the fact that there's no setting for moderation tools. Drake's wife. Nice to meet a celebrity's wife. Really? That's what came to mind for you when you read the name Drake. Okay. Uh, we are playing Astrologian, which is the card-based buff healer. Can currently switch between heal over time and shield spells. Though shield spells throughout the entirety of Shadowbringers has been much, much weaker than heal over time spells. We have many cards that buff the damage of other classes. Half the cards buff physical, close range, melee classes. The other half buff Ranged classes. As healer, it is my duty to ensure that the party does not die. I also DPS. I am green DPS, you see. Now you may be wondering, why am I letting my tank die? I'm not. Trust me. If you could... I really want to rescue the summoner. We'll see. Okay, no, yeah, that's a much bigger range than I thought it was. For this boss, we need to make sure that these balls get sucked down the toilet. That's the toilet. Otherwise, it'll keep rolling around and hitting you, doing more damage as it does. It's also a good idea to make sure that you are always pulling cards and buffing your teammates, not only because of the 3 to 6% damage bonus, but it also returns mana into your mana pool. And as a healer, what the fuck happened? Oh, you know what? They didn't know to... Ooh, sorry. They did not know to put the ball in the toilet. That's their bad, not mine. Hopefully they have learned their lesson. It appears as though they have. Right, and so on top of a 6% damage increase on cards, if you get all 3 of these sigils by using the sigils on top of the cards there, you get a flat 8%, never mind, 6% damage buff. So I like this class just because it makes just about every pull and boss a lot faster from pure damage boosts. So in this case of our party, we have 4 members for a dungeon. 3 of our members are ranged. So Machinist is a physical range DPS, Summoner is a magical range DPS, and I as a healer count as a magical range DPS. The cards do actually make a distinction between ranged DPS and healers, but they're lumped in the same cards, so the distinction doesn't really matter. So currently, our tank is the only close range DPS on our team. So they will be receiving all the physical damage bonuses, which is not the norm. I genuinely have not looked up to see whether or not you're better off just giving the wrong DPS the card if there is no physical DPS available. But considering how much damage tanks can actually dish out, I'm going to assume that actually buffing a tank is the better option. In later dungeons of Final Fantasy XIV, you do a lot of what is called wall-to-wall pulling. We cannot progress until the rest of the enemies here are dead. So the tank will generally pull everything up until the next wall. And if the tank and healer are competent, that's not so bad. DPS have to be able to do enough damage to make sure that everything dies before I run out of mana. Because if a pull lasts too long, I will definitely run out of mana. Wall-to-wall pulling can also not be attempted by any low gear tanks. They will die. But this late into the patch and the expansion itself, you will be hard-pressed to find any non-geared tanks in any end-game dungeons. You can still find them in story dungeons, low-level dungeons, because clearly they're still going through the game. But for the most part at this point, this tank does have decent gearing. It's actually not as good gearing as it could be, but that was high-end gear for this dungeon when it came out. Oh, Warframe stuff. Sick. That'd actually be a good test. See how easily YouTube changes games on the fly. As you may notice, bosses in this dungeon do not have the largest health pools, but they do have a lot of invulnerability periods. I believe this is a result of a story kind of. Your character is incredibly powerful, and these aren't exactly the toughest enemies we've fought in recent times. Probably should have buffed someone. I buffed myself. Good going. I love that animation. It's so good. It's just satisfying to look at. So obviously, if you have the 3 different sigils, you get more of a damage buff with divinity, or divination, sorry. If you do have all 3 sigils and still have time to pull more cards, you can use Lady or King of Crowns. This will give you a higher damage boost without giving you a sigil. That way you don't mess up your 3 perfect little sigils there. So the general, since Lady and Lord of Crowns gives you so much damage boost, actually higher than Divination, the general strategy is to get your 3 sigils as quickly as possible. And to use Lady and Lord of Crowns as often as possible. You can also use it to get rid of a card if you redraw 3 times and it's still not the sigil you're looking for. That way you're not faffing about trying to fix your sigils for divination. This skill right here also gives you the sigil you are missing. So if you have 2 sigils and you haven't been able to pull the third, that there exists to kind of bail you out. You also have to be in battle in order to receive a sigil. Something I have been reminded of on many occasions. So on a fresh pull, you do always want to make sure to tag an enemy with your dot. Before you actually play it, otherwise you may not receive that sigil. And that hurts especially if you used sleeve draw. Is the general idea of it all. So there, because I have all 3 sigils, I used Lord of Crowns on the tank, giving them an 8% damage buff. And I'll play another card, this time on the Summoner, another 8%. While also dealing my own DPS to ensure that this goes faster. Trust me when I say that when a healer does not DPS, it is incredibly noticeable. Things go a lot slower. Healers can contribute 10 to 15% of the team's entire DPS. Which means that pulls and bosses will go 10 to 15% slower if you do not DPS. I cannot instill that enough. It is very important that a healer DPS in this game. A healer is expected to DPS in this game. I'm not sure why healers not DPSing isn't a thing in World of Warcraft, but it apparently is. Though any DPS does help. So here I will open up with Divination, giving everybody a 6% damage buff. And then start building towards my next sigil. As a matter of fact, I can get to that very quickly if I can pull the sigils I want. So here I have a melee card, but the tank already has a card on them. So I will just put that on arranged. And there. We now already have all 3 sigils. So I'm free to use Lord and Lady of Crowns. Unfortunately, once again, this boss does have an invuln period. Simple mechanic. It is constantly pulling you towards the boss, and at the boss is a kill wall. Getting hit will obviously knock you back. So we'll use Lady of Crowns on the Summoner, pull another card, Lord of Crowns, and then a Tank Buster coming up. Another invuln period. Put a globe down so that we heal once we come back down. Mechanic there is that it's going to shove us and then attack all around that donut. Divination once again up. Throw that out. At this point, the boss is so weak that Divination will not be up again. So at this point, it's kind of pointless to be building up to another sigil. So it's a better idea to just use Lady and Lord of Crowns until the fight is over. Honestly, that was a waste of a heal. I should have just kept DPSing. Would have made things go a little faster. But it doesn't matter that much. And it's just that easy. Now, I have to pee, so I'll be right back. Currently, I am taking a bit of a break, quote unquote, on this game right now. Huh. Solid 80 FPS while I'm here, huh? I put in a lot of work to get every class on this character to 80. So I'm a little burnt out at the moment. I'm just logging in to do my daily stuff, which includes making money. However, the map is not up yet for collection. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm actually going to switch over to Warframe because there's a couple of alerts up. And that'll be a good test on how to actually change video games on the fly on YouTube, if that is an option. I'm going to create, go live. Stream is currently live. Okay, so it recognizes that. Edit title and description. Okay, that's not quite what I'm looking for. Edit. So we'll change that to Warframe 2013, apparently. Changes saved. Okay, let's go to our channel. Let's see if that's the case. And it is difficult to tell. Show more. Gaming. Warframe. It seems that YouTube is, there we go. That changed it. Okay, so the actual, I guess, editing of a stream info is a little slow from the creator dashboard. It looks like it might be an easier time to actually go to the stream page and click the edit video button there. And that seems to make it react a little faster, I think. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Still no information on how many viewers I have. Not entirely sure if that's a sign that I have 0 viewers, or that YouTube just straight up doesn't track that. Actually, gotta go back to YouTube Studio and see what the analytics say for it. Here we go. Except it's not giving me the info. Yeah, this is a very, very, very broken system. Here we go. Analytics. Nope. It ain't giving me the info. Okay. Oh, you know what? I needed to do the rising in 14. We will do that later tonight. Right now, I just kind of want to test things. God, Warframe is loud.
Hey, Tenno, you ready for today's deal? Oh, I mean...
You have new quests in your codex.
I sure do, and I have not touched them.
Messages have arrived in your inbox.
Nor am I likely to touch them. Ooh, hey. uh, did they get rid of they might have gotten rid of maintaining your pets. Which would be a good thing, considering I haven't maintained my pets ever at all. So, anyways, there is a couple of alerts up. For stuff. Probably should do those quests, but we'll do that later. Here they are. Infestation, 10 to 20, and then 40 to 50. Shotgun only, huh? This will also be a good test for YouTube's latency. Or not latency, but rather bitrate. Ooh, this game is a tad bit loud. We have a Russian on the team. I can only assume that he is cursing. This is Warframe, a free-to-play kind of MMO, looter-shooter kind of game, but you don't actually loot any weapons. It has been around for a very long time and is a much different game than when it released, although the idea stays the same. Completely player-driven economy using a paid currency that you can earn without paying if you trade things. You make a bunch of stuff, you level it up, you modify it with mods, make them do more damage. You can add more mods if you forma it, which resets your item's level. I've been very hands-off with this game recently. I feel like I'm at a pretty good power level. Especially with my Warframe Wisp, whose modes can double, triple your health and your damage. Doesn't actually buff your damage, but it makes you attack faster with your guns,
My warframe is strong.
which inherently buffs your own damage. There are some things that I did mean to grind for in this game, but it's just a little too tedious. I would genuinely have to be a Warframe content creator in order to actually go for those things. And an established one at that. Though I suppose those two things do go hand in hand. On this current build, I am using whatever this flamethrower is called. What's it called? Ignis Wraith. I knew it had Wraith in the name. Kind of a general fuck-off weapon. Good against everything if you have the right elemental damage set to it. You just kind of point in the general direction and things die at low levels. It still retains some level of viability at higher levels, but you'd be better off with other kinds of weapons. My main high-level weapon is the Kuva bow and arrow, the one that explodes and then explodes again, or the Rubico Prime. Very rarely do you have to pull those out, though. My companion of choice is the Suckbot. I do not like having to run through loot to actually pick it up. Much like the early levels of Kingdom Hearts, where you don't have Treasure Magnet, It is extremely painful. So that's why I forgo Kavats and Kubros. Simply for the suck. That's how I never have a shortage of materials, because I never miss picking up the materials. This is a special mission known as an alert. I assume some sort of important Warframe stream is happening on Twitch right now. I also believe they dual stream onto YouTube. Normally when that happens and the stream ends, they send out an alert. And you can get some pretty good rare items because of this mission. You do it for a set number of ways. If you look in the top left corner, right under my map, it said one wave left. In this case, I got an Orokin Catalyst. As you can see, one Orokin Catalyst goes for 20 platinum on the Warframe store. Orokin Catalysts are very important, so that's why we work for them.
You have new quests in your codex.
Yes, I know. Thank you. Thank you. Please.
Shall we?
There is a new Nightwave season. And that's how I've been unlocking my weapon slots. That's kind of cute. You know what? I probably should play some of this game to get these weapons, actually. Get all of these things. Arcane Energize ×3, Forma Bundle, another Umbra Forma. Ooh. Oh my god, there's 2 intermissions so far. I really did not think these things through. So as you can see, I've participated in some seasons more than others.
Let's check what's next.
Alright, so we will do the other alert now, but that alert is specifically shotgun only. What do I have for shotguns? I do have the Arca Plasmor, kind of my first real weapon. I believe my secondary also counts as a shotgun. I don't know. I actually don't know how to check. Semi-automatic hand cannon. Okay, no, I actually count as a shotgun. But I know the Arca Plasmor does. I believe we will be fighting more thingamajigs. Radiation magnetic, radiation corrosive, radiation gas. Go with corrosive.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return
Covered in blood.
safe and sound.
Yep, it's infested. And I'm starting by myself. Hang on. Oh, never mind. Sometimes when I start by myself, it leaves me by myself for the duration of the mission. Ugh. That's a cool ship. Actually looks like a ship.
You must provide cover for a lone Tenno operative. Set off the alarms and keep the infested busy. The infested are releasing toxic spores into the area. The emergency life support I am delivering is your only
Oh boy.
chance for survival.
There is a sanctuary target here.
Oh, is there?
I sense it. Track it with the synthesis scanner. Don't let it escape.
Yep, so I'll be having no issues actually killing. Hello? The hell was that? That's new. I've actually never seen that before. For missions like these, people tend to opt for Warframe abilities instead of guns. Makes a lot more sense. Why bother getting a specific weapon when he can just nuke everything? I believe that's an Ember with us. Or not. My Arcoplasmor will definitely be having no issues keeping up though. Though clearly that Warframe does hold the advantage, doing 50% of the team's damage. Oh my god. That is new. Unless that's not a Warframe ability. Oh my god, that's your gun. Oh, that thing. Never actually put in the time to get it.
I've delivered a life
And I'm
support
guessing it
box
counts
to
as a
the
shotgun.
area. Activating it will buy you more time.
This is a survival mission type. Life support systems are down. Your only hope are oxygen nodes that Lotus spawns for you every so often. Or personal life support packages on the enemies that you can pick up and add more time. You kind of fail the mission if life support gets down to 0. You don't die immediately, you can still extract, but the mission does count as over, so we don't want to let that hit 0. I like this shotgun because it does have a ton of over penetration.
Get ready for a capsule.
My only complaint about it is the reload time. Something without any reload at all would probably serve better. But we got red and orange crits across the board, so we are doing fine. I do have to be careful though. If my buffs run out, I will be extremely vulnerable. Wisp does not have a high default health pool. I do like to actually hunt down the enemies instead of staying in one spot, because the more you kill, the more of a chance you actually get an air supply drop, and you can save your little life support nodes for emergencies. Even though it is level 50, this isn't exactly the toughest thing in the world to do at this point for me. Mind you, the reload time on this gun is extremely buffed by my speed buff.
Many things have been taken from us. It's true. But fortune
Nora and the
favors
Nightwave
bold,
system
and
are
there
kind
is
of the
none so
season
bold
pass for
people
this
with
sort of game,
nothing
but it's
to
completely
lose.
free. Does not require any sort of premium battle pass or anything. It's not the most engaging thing in the world. You kill enemies in a certain way, gives you experience, and you get the item. Nothing too crazy. You don't earn it via passive experience like on many other battle passes. And if I had to describe it, I find it very similar to Destiny's bounty system. Do this in a certain way, and you will be rewarded with experience. As you can see, the enemy density is going up very quickly. Which is where that overpenetration of this shotgun really shines. I am almost 100% convinced that all the noise of this game is drowning out my voice. I'll check that in post. I'll be interested to see the analytics once I'm done with this test stream. See how they add up to something like Twitch, where my analytics are basically 0. Well, they're not 0. But you can rest assured that all the numbers are from bots. Was that a voice line? Where did that come from? If I could hit my shots, that would be greatly appreciated. I feel like I keep noticing something move in the YouTube chat, but every time I look, there's nothing there. I wonder if it's refreshing to some extent. As you can see, I'm still holding my own, doing 39% of the team's damage. Probably haven't done, or probably haven't killed as many enemies as some of the others, but I am contributing, and that's all I care about. 15 seconds left in this mission. Quite an easy one. Ow.
When you are ready, go to extraction.
And since this is an alert mission and not a grind mission, there is little to no reason to not immediately extract. So we will be doing that. I will lead the way with my stun buff, which also does substantial damage. Could probably sell these unopened ribbons for a decent amount of silver. If I ever put in the time to actually sell things in this game, please, I beg of you.
Operator, messages have arrived in your inbox.
Barokatir is in, I think. I'll humor him, but I doubt he's gonna have anything worth my time. Barokatir is much like the Xur from Destiny. He is modeled after Destiny and not Xur the other way around, mostly because I looked it up and saw that Barokatir did come out after Xur's first appearance. He is considerably
The wait
far
is
more
over,
useless though,
Tenno. Barokatir has arrived.
with garbage such as primed magazine warp. Oh wait, hang on, primed continuity is actually good. However, I already own it. Primed rifle ammo mutation, primed shotgun ammo mutation, and high voltage, which I already own. So, once again, Barrow has completely disappointed me.
A little out of your reach. Perhaps a Darvo deal would be more your speed?
He's disrespecting me because I have no prime items equipped. So I kinda still need to do Deimos stuff, which is bleh. And then I have 2 other quests, obviously. But that will do it for Warframe for now. And I think that's been a successful test stream. We streamed for about an hour, I think. I'm gonna go check out